What's up, everybody? How we doing out there? So, listen, as you guys have already heard, we already have a some breaking news yesterday. Okay, breaking news yesterday, and I will say this: I'm a little disappointed. Okay, little disappointed right now because our guy in Maxx Crosby is gone. I don't know what we're gonna do at Edge, but we're gonna get into it. We're gonna talk about it. We're gonna get into some possible other options besides Crosby, and I hope it all works out. We'll be back right after this.
Tops on the ice, red lights flash, goods in the summer, whole city mad. Tracks like a tone, nigga ran for the sound. City ride with it, yeah, this our town. It's Chicago. Fucking here with land in Chicago. Sports podcast, yeah, we in it. Cut the take, cut the call. Whole city tell you when we turn the ball. It's Chicago. Let's pay, lean in. Chicago. Sports podcast, yeah, this spin. Same heart, same code. Sports podcast, hey, let's go.
Yeah, so like I said, we got this guy. He's gone. Max, right? Mad Maxx Crosby's gone. Adam Schefter reported this yesterday. ESPN sources, bum deal, right? The Raiders agreed to trade 5-time Pro Bowler. 5 times. He's been in the Pro Bowl 5 times in Maxx Crosby to the Baltimore Ravens in exchange for 2026 and 2027 first-round picks. And, of course, the trade can't be processed until next week, but it's in place, right? And Crosby is expected to be a Raven with 2 1s back to Vegas. So, I mean, honestly, man, wow. Crazy time. Now, the Raiders do need those 2 first-round draft picks. I will say this. And the Ravens do need that edge because they are potentially a 1 player away from a Super Bowl. So they need to get what they can out of the players that they got before they're gone. So, they're not really too worried about the 2 first-round draft picks. They're worried about getting some guys in that are mature, that can, get it in and get it done. And I think Maxx Crosby fits that bill. So, I mean, honestly, I'm not going to lie. I'm a little disappointed. I was hoping that we would get him. But again, Maxx Crosby to Baltimore, round 1, pick 14 in 2026 and a 2027 first. So, yeah, man, I'll tell you what, there's a couple other options out there. Right? Okay. And we need to explore and look at the edge rusher market because it's completely shifted now for the Chicago Bears. You know what I mean? It leaves the Chicago Bears searching for their next big move. So we're going to explore all of that, the remaining pass rusher options to help upgrade Austin Booker and Montez Sweat, for our defensive end front, and now that Crosby's off the board, who should, I'll ask you guys, who do you think that GM Ryan Poles should go after? Who's your favorite, Do you guys think that the Bears could potentially make a massive swing and trade the house for Myles Garrett? Now, I will say this. That would be insane, right? Wouldn't that be insane? I mean, honestly, you could have got him for a lot cheaper before that massive contract that he just had, I mean, I think it's almost, it is possible. First, Myles has to waive that, no trade clause. Once he does that, it's possible, but I don't think he will. And then when he does, it's extremely expensive and it's going to cost them an arm and a leg. It's going to cost the Browns everything to trade this guy. The dead cap space is insane. Again, he's 6'4", 272 pounds, 30 years old. Okay. Younger than Trey Hendrickson, right? 30 years old, 9 years in the league with the class of 2017, 60 total tackles, 23 sacks, 33 tackles for loss, 3 forced fumbles, and 39 QB hits. Wow. Man, I'll tell you what, talk about a showstopper, huh? Jeez, oh, Pete's. That guy is something else. So, Again, I don't think it's the best move, and it's not the only move, but it is a move. I mean, there's a lot of people out there talking about it, and it's just something that we have to bring up and explore. Honestly, I just don't see it happening. I don't even know if there's another team out there that would take that on, to be honest with you. Do you? Do you know another team that would potentially do that? I have I'm clueless on that one, man, be honest. Is anybody else out there? And I don't think so, but here's the cap breakdown, right? You want to look at this, okay? For 2026, here's the breakdown. You're looking at the base salary of $1.3 million, $4 million signing, restructure of 600,000, 1 million for the active GN roster bonus, an option is 17 million, about 500,000, and then 24,674,000 is what the contract would be for Myles Garrett. That's what you're taking on. Because remember last year he just signed a 4-year, $160 million deal, man, with 88, almost 89 million guaranteed, Total guaranteed is 123 million, about 600,000. He's a free agent in 2031, unrestricted free agent. So he's going to be around for a little while, but his base just goes way up. 2029, it's 38 million. It's insane. So this is front loaded. I mean, last year was 22 million, almost 23 million. This year's 25 million. Next year is 29 million. 28 is 31. And then the 2029 is like 65 million, and then 30 is 58 million. It's insane. Unbelievable amount of money. Okay. Wow. What do you guys think about this guy? Jeez, oh Pete's. What's the asking price rumors? Minimum is 2 firsts and some cash, no trade clause. So there's a lot that's has to be given up. I would say the next option would be Khalil Mack. Again, we're just exploring options. To me, that first one is not really an option at all, but we had to do our due diligence and put that up there because a lot of y'all are looking at that and it's like, just wanted to explain. It's really hard to get the Myles Garrett thing going. Okay. Now, Khalil Mack's a little bit easier. He's testing his free agency. He's been a Chicago Bear before. 6'3", 269, 35 years old, 13 years in the league, class of 2013, nearly 200 total tackles, 36.5 sacks, 45 tackles for loss, 13 forced fumbles, 60 QB hits. Amazing amount of QB hits, right? Wow. Let me know if you guys think that this option is a little bit more sound. I mean, he could definitely bring Booker up, especially if we go get somebody in the draft and they say, hey, listen, Booker's not the guy. Booker was, a guy that was looked at before Dennis Allen really started to get rolling. He's not really his prototype type, guy. So he can go out and get who he wants. Not saying he doesn't like him, just saying, hey, when it's your time to go get your guy, you go get it, What about Trey Hendrickson? Current asking price reports 16 to 18 million per year, 75% guaranteed. Now, I've seen reports as high as 28 million. He's looking for a, what is it, 84? It's like 28 million, almost 30 million per year. So I don't know where this 16 to 18 million is coming from, but it's definitely recorded. So I don't think that he wants that at all, Oh, this is for Khalil Mack, but it's saying sign Trey Hendrickson if Khalil Mack's not the option. That's what I'm seeing. Okay, sorry. Yeah, so there you go. There you have it. Sign Trey Hendrickson. Is that a possibility? I would say that definitely is, but again, you're looking at 16 to 18 for Khalil Mack. Trey Hendrickson is a lot higher up. You're looking at, there you go, current asking price reports 28 to 30 million per year. There it is. So, and I mean, he had 4 sacks last year, 4 sacks. Now, I know the year before he had a lot, and the year before that he had a lot, but this year he had 4 sacks. Yes, he got injured, but do we really want to take a chance and spend all of that money when we have to sign up to, like, Greg Gabriel, like he said, we need like 15 guys to get signed. It's insane amount of guys. And we'll talk about that tomorrow. We'll talk about that tomorrow night on tomorrow's show, okay? Or afternoon. We're not sure what time we're going to do it at. Maybe we'll do it again. This is a pretty good time, right? 3:00. You guys let me know in the comments below what you guys think. Trey Hendrickson, that's another option. What do you guys think about him? I know a lot of people are in on him, but to me, that's a lot of money. That's a lot of money. And, I think he's 32, 33 years old. So he's on the other end of it. Lot different story when you're looking at Khalil Mack, and he's, 3 years older, but a whole lot cheaper, almost half the price, So here we go. Boye Mafe, 6 foot, 261, 27 years old, 4 years in the league, class of 2022. 31 total tackles, 2 sacks, 3 tackles for loss, 1 forced fumble, 4 QB hits. So his stats are not nearly as impressive. Again, he had about 7.5 sacks last year. I think Booker got injured. He got 4.5 sacks. We get those interior defensive linemen that I know you guys want to go get, because I've heard you guys talk while we're doing these mock drafts, which we'll do one here in a little bit. Make sure you guys like and subscribe. Appreciate you guys. Last show we had a lot of likes, about 21 likes out of about 1,000 people that came on, but no comments after the show. So please come back and give us some comments. It really helps us out. It's all free. Doesn't take much. Just a little bit of, hit that like, comment, and share the video. Let's grow, man. Let's grow this community. So Boye Mafe is another option. So yeah, I just want to hear from you guys. I want to hear who is out there that is a free agent that is, interesting to you. Honestly, the way I look at it is I want to stay away from numbers like this. I was okay when we were going to get this guy. Well, I was okay when we were going to get him. I was completely okay with that. And the reason why is because the juice is worth the squeeze. He's freaking amazing. He had an unbelievable amount of sacks, hurries, all that stuff. You saw how he played against the Bears. I mean, the guy, and then he's got a really good connection with, he's got a really good connection with Caleb. You saw him on that podcast, on his podcast. So it was pretty cool, pretty special there. So I thought for sure, how we connect the dots, and we're fans. I'm a fan. So how we connect the dots and we try to put it all together and like, oh, hey, this is what's going to happen. But, this hot take is brought to you by Bridges Scoreboard, your Northwest Indiana Chicago sports headquarters with a Hall of Fame menu and the coldest beer in Chicagoland. Prep for your next Chicago sports night. Visit us at bridgesscoreboard.com or call 219-924-2206. So now, moving right along. Let's see how everyone's doing out there in the chat, man. How you guys doing out there? Appreciate you guys. Thank you guys for showing up and showing out. What's up, Louie? What's up, Aunt Mass? Aunt Mass is in the building. Vizzo Joe is crushed. Yeah, buddy. Bear down. Kenny Adams from Memphis. What's up, Kenny? Appreciate you, man. Hit me up on Instagram. Hit me up on XApp, man. I'll send you some free merch, okay? Hook you up for being a new timer there. Amash says, better he go to Baltimore than a team in the North. Yeah, you know what? I agree with you there. And it would be funny if we were actually playing Baltimore this year and we had to play them. And, well, yeah, I'm just glad that we're not playing him either, But, yeah, like you said, better than him going to the team in the North. I agree. A lot of pleasantries. Darius says, bear down. I don't believe Poles fixes D-line this season. He would have to. It would be an outright travesty if he didn't. I mean, honestly, people ran on us and gushed us for massive yards. We couldn't get our pass rush. There's a lot left to be said on that defensive line. I think he has to fix that defensive line. I really do. And I think that's why he went out and got, let me get this guy off the screen. I think that's why he went out and got, went out and got the center Garrett from, Buffalo is what I'd say. I really do. I think so. Or the Patriots is. I really think that's why he went out and spend thrifty. He was very thrifty about it. I mean, logically, the numbers are all there. At all tracks, just Drew Dahlman numbers. Like 1,300 total snaps, 0 sacks given up, and 0 penalties. So that's all good stuff you can work with, right? Especially when you're right next to your former college teammate. That's right. They were both college teammates, right, in North Carolina State, him and Joe Thuney. So you got Joe Thuney to the left of you, Jackson to the right of you, and, right to the right of you at right tackle. And we don't know who the left tackle is going to be. Okay. Sounds like, and I don't know if he's trying to be the mad scientist or what, but Rush Hour says that the answer to our left tackle predicament is already on the roster. Now, I don't know if Ben Johnson agrees with that. But that might be who they start. But when I look at this, and Darius, you can help me out. Anyone else in the chat can help me out. Make sure you guys hit that like and subscribe button. This draft is loaded with not only talent, deep, but also at the center position. It's also loaded at left tackle. Now, I know a lot of people were trying to connect the dots and say, hey, let's go out and get the left tackle from the Lions. He's got familiarity. He was a Pro Bowler when he was with Ben Johnson. But I will say this. Last year was very telling, and here's why. He actually had several shoulder injuries, issues, and that's why he dropped down to 69 PFF. So when you look at that, when you look at those numbers, there might be a reason why Detroit Lions and Dan Campbell have moved on. Okay, I would say use a left tackle that we have on our team, a tackle. We drafted quite a few linemen. We can use them. Let's use the Eagle, right? Let's use the Eagle. Why not? I would say that. Start there. Okay. Let's use the kid. Let's use the kid out of Michigan State, Luke Newman. Why not? Start there. Somebody with familiarity, somebody that knows the program, that knows his teammates. And then if he falters, bring in the rookie, okay, and then go there. And I think that might be what it's by, maybe by committee till they figure it out, okay? Unfortunately, it might be a carousel. I'm hoping it's not. I'm hoping they figure it out right away. But, I mean, God, man. And you've seen some teams, I think it was Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh started, I believe, a couple rookie offensive linemen. Was it Pittsburgh? And they didn't do so hot early, but as the middle of the season, towards the end of the season, they did a lot better. But again, it was multiple. I mean, you don't want that all over the entire offensive line. I will say this, that I think that if we do go get a tackle and we do go get a center, that's pretty darn good. And if we can get one later on, that would be even better, because I would like to take my early picks and fortify that defensive line, build from the inside out, just like we did our offensive line. I think our offensive line, our interior, helped out our exterior, right? Because we had a couple changing of the guards on the left tackle, okay? And it didn't phase us because we had Thuney, because we had Dahlman, because we brought in Jackson, who we all weren't sure about, but he did a pretty good job. So I think that interior helped out the exterior, and I think we're not getting a good edge rush with Sweat, with Booker, and because we don't have that good interior defensive line. Let me know if I'm onto something, or if you guys have another idea. And I think when you do that, it makes your receivers better. It made our running backs better. It made our tight end better. It made our quarterback better. I think same can apply. Build inside out, trenches, help out the linebackers, help out the defensive backs, the safeties, the whole entire defense gets better with that. It all starts up front, right? Let me know in the comments below what you guys think. All right. So now that we got it all out of the way, let's get into the comments and see how you guys feel, who you guys want, who you guys trust. Okay. Let me see who you want. Jarrett and Deo not setting us back. Yeah. Grady. I think Grady needs a restructure. I think he could be good. I think so. One thing that I've heard, and I will say this, the defensive line is the most shifted. Okay. There's a lot of shifts. There's a lot of line shifts. There's a lot of substitutions. In all of football, that positional group gets the most substitutions. So you're still going to need a Grady Jarrett for veteran leadership. Now, I will say this. He does need to step up, but we really do need to go get that true one, that true nose tackle to help him do his job. I really think that's what he needs, to be honest with you. So I think he's still serviceable. But Dale, oh my gosh, that's a nightmare. I hope we can get something out of him because we're with him. You want to talk about dead cap space? That guy his contract is ridiculous. Jalen Phillips and Owe are sitting there waiting. Wouldn't mind Jalen. What do you guys think about Jalen? Let me know. I think Louis might be onto something. Vizzo, I agree with you. I agree with you wholeheartedly, Vizzo. I do not think at all that Poles won't pay Hendrickson. I don't think it's going to happen. Maybe if we had last year's money, maybe if we had 80 million or so, but there's just so much that we got to do. We got to sign 15 players. We're going to talk about that tomorrow night or tomorrow afternoon. What was Darius saying? Pole's going to find the proper fit at edge through free agency or the draft. Yeah, I don't think it's going to come in a trade. I agree with you. Remember, trades, you don't get back what you want. You always have to give more is what happens unless somebody's super desperate. Okay. Anyways, Kenny says Poles can't do anything but fix the D-line. Yeah, I really think that's important. I think it's going to help out the whole defense, really. It's going to take the pressure off the offense is what I'd say. Louis says if Poles didn't give up 2 firsts without a player for Max, he's definitely not spending on Garrett. No, and I just don't think it's even going to happen. I just had to float it out there so you guys could see how crazy it would take to move on Myles. Yeah. But I mean, once you see it all up there, it makes more sense, right? When it's up front in your face, like, wow, those are the dollars, those are the dollars. So no trade for Myles at all. Yep. Darius, he does not want Mack at all. Whatever. He does not. There's no way he's not doing a Khalil Mack. So maybe he got rid of his jersey, so he's a little salty. Luis all in on Owe or Phillips. Jalen or Owe, okay. Mack is too old and too many miles. I do think if you bring him in, like a Von Miller type, I think that would be helpful. You bring him in, kind of like a Calais Campbell type approach where, that's why it's cheaper to get him, right? Bring him in on passing downs. And then if something happens, with Booker and a rookie, if we draft a rookie, then you be able to help him out. But I would say this, I think he could be very instrumental in Booker's, development because they're 2 different styles of players. Just look at them. They look completely different. Khalil Mack looks a lot more like Booker is what I'd say. Antman says, I think it's not the case with Booker isn't the guy, but what about Sweat not being the guy? Now, Sweat was amazing. His hurries were phenomenal. He had over 10 sacks on a defensive line that was very, very rough. I mean, he just had no help at all. He was the guy, and his motor didn't stop. I mean, you're not going to hear too many people complain about Sweat. And sometimes the numbers do lie, but go look at that guy. Go look at some tape. Go look at some film. That guy was an animal. He did great. He did really good, man. See, what is Darius saying now? We have to spend something, be it money or draft capital. Yeah, we do. We have to spend it. Like I said, some people are big on Trey. I'm not. I'm not going to get in a hurry to spend $20-30 million on a guy that only had 4 sacks last year. And he's got to prove to me that he's going to earn that money. He's got to be the top, he's going to be the top paid defensive player that I've got on the defensive line. I mean, really. I can't. But again, if Poles signs off on it, I'm good. Okay. I'm just saying he's the capologist. We got 15 guys that we have to sign. 15 guys. Go look at all the Bears that are soon to be free agents starting Monday. So that's why we're having this discussion. And we're going to have a big discussion tomorrow also. So please check us out tomorrow. Appreciate you guys. Like and subscribe, share this video, man. Ant-Man says, getting through this, guys, but we don't really know till we get the interior figured out. I agree. Vizzo says he likes Jalen. Okay. I feel like they're going to sign Cam Jordan, and I will be hot. Oh, hey, Manja Trip. What's up, Trip? How you doing, man? He's good with him not doing that. He's glad it didn't happen, man. He's glad we didn't do anything. Yeah. Darius likes to move at center. I do too. Very smart. I think it's good, man. All you bandwagon fans are mad. My city knew we couldn't do that. Oh, there's definitely no bandwagon fans here, Trip. You're tripping, Trip. These guys are faithful Bear fans. Lots of mileage here. Lots of time together. All right. Hopefully no Cam Jordan, Darius. Me too, Doug. What's up, Dougie? No getting Myles either. They going to want the organization. Yeah, they'll want everything. I agree, especially when they lost so much off their quarterback, So, and then they brought in like 5 carousel quarterbacks. The only thing they've got right is that defense, but they just couldn't get enough together to make it happen. Hendrickson says, Doug says Hendrickson or Owe. Yeah. Okay. I wouldn't be, like I said, I wouldn't be mad at Hendrickson. I just think they need to do due diligence before they spend that type of money. And I will say this, he's been sitting there for a while. So what's that? Is that telling? I mean, maybe it's not, but to me, it's something. Let me know in the comments below. Irish Bear, what's up, buddy? And Ben, we trust. We will build through the draft. Ryan Poles, don't overpay. Trust your value. This year is defensive heavy. I agree with that. We said that earlier in the show. And give Booker another offseason. Yeah, I'm with you, man. I'm with you. Seeing that McGovern sign with Buffalo makes the Bradbury trade look slightly better. Oh, I agree. It sure does. It sure does. And you saw what they gave up on it. I mean, listen, we only gave up like $5 million, so it's not bad. My Instagram handle, Kenny, is Chicago Sports Podcast, bud. Chicago Sports Podcast. Thanks. Also for TikTok, also same thing. Scottish Irish Bear says edges are if QB can just step forward. Yes. What up, Dante? Dante's in the building, man. What's up? So, yeah. Philip is 27 and OA is 28. JK, Dennis Allen wants speed in the front 7. Poles just said that. And also on 1920. Okay. All right. Well, that's good to know. That is really good to know. I don't keep up with that 1920. Is that pretty good, guys? Is that pretty good, JK? Is that J2K or JK? I don't know. So, anyways, guys, we got over 300 in the building right now. We've got quite a bit on YouTube. We've got quite a bit on X app. Appreciate you guys, man. You guys are awesome. You guys are killing it. And on Facebook. Wow. The defense needs some serious upgrades. They were fortunate last year. Oops, sorry about that. They were fortunate last year. Absolutely. Anazole from Detroit is rumored to be on the market as well. Yeah, I wouldn't. What's going on with Anazole? Does anybody have any info on him? I really don't watch him too much. There's so many guys on the Lions as far as defense goes and whatnot. Some of them from Iowa, right? There's some pretty good players over there. So sometimes a guy like that kind of slips through. Is not on my radar, is what I'd say. So this guy had 7 surgeries in 8 years. Smash the like button, chat. Yes, please smash that like button. Appreciate you guys. So, let's sound off, Bears fans. What do you guys think? What do you guys think? Would any of you guys welcome back Khalil Mack to the Windy City? Or do you guys think Trey Hendrickson is a smarter move? Or do you like the other guys that are like second tier, third tier type guys? Just somebody else to throw in there with Booker, and then maybe we draft an edge that's better than Booker. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below, man. This is brought to you by Chicago Sports Podcast. Please subscribe for Bears coverage, NFL rumors, and weekly breakdowns. Now it's time to set up the mock draft simulator. Now that we have a better understanding, a better idea of what is going to happen, right? We are going to get into that mock draft simulator. And large in part is because we are addicted to mock drafts. If anybody knows we are addicted to mock drafts, it's you guys. So I will say this. Just to recap how this works, Trax picks the first mock draft, okay? What's up, Pilgrim? No more old linemen, he says. I like that, Pilgrim. Pilgrim, I can always count on you to be to call it like you see it, buddy. This guy had 7 surgeries in 8 years, not killing draft capital and cap space for a player who is an injury from the old folks home. We need young, hungry monsters in the middle, bro, not these. I agree. Oh, yeah. Oh, Anazole played for DA before. Okay, thank you, Vizzo Joe. That is worth noting, okay? Like I said, you guys are like the smartest. You take all 32 NFL teams, fans. To me, you guys are the smartest, okay? And yeah, that is a little nepotism there because I'm a Bear fan too, so that kind of makes me smart by proxy. But you guys, I mean, sometimes I just feel like I just got to click on this and boom. You guys help out the show, man. Just let it rip, Thank you. Scottish Irish Bear. JK says Anazole is 32 coming of injury and not fast. Okay. All right. Well, there you go. I do like Jeremiah Trotter Jr. I don't know how you guys feel about Jeremiah Trotter Jr., but that's a pretty good looking linebacker in the draft. So yeah. Let's go ahead and get into the Doug says Mack would be a better option than Cam Jordan. What do you got to say about that, Darius? What do you got to say about that, bro? Is that a silver lining? Is that a silver lining if we get Mack? He had an incredible year last year, D-Nice. You got to admit that, okay? All right, I'm going to back off. I don't want to upset the guy. Here we go. We're going to share this. Okay. Here we go. And we're going to get into it. All right. So let's get into the Trotter pedigree. Yes. I agree. What's up, user VO5KV9QI6K? Stupid question. Neither stay the course. Stop wanting splash players and get productive ones. Bears fans, grow up and learn. Signing all these high-priced guys is ridiculous. Ravens win anything. What? I don't know what that just was, but all right, buddy. Thanks. Appreciate you. The Trotter pedigree. Yes, sir. signing DeMarco Jackson is mandatory. It absolutely is. I don't know if you guys saw him on our show, but we had over 44,000 people watch that show. It was a really good show. The guy's very nice, very humble, hardworking grinder, family guy. Awesome, man. Really cool to have him on there. Ravens won't win everything. What? Why are we even talking about the Ravens? But okay. Yeah. So Ravens won't win anything. Maybe he's lost. I don't know. Maybe he's a Ravens fan. I don't know. Chicago Sports Podcast. 100% need to bring back DeMarco. Stay the course, use the draft, never trade picks. I will say this, everybody cannot be 22 to 24 years old and a rookie right out of college, man. That's not how this works. A lot of the guys that we've got, especially on our offensive line, large in part, played a huge part. Even Sweat played a huge part. Thuney, one of the oldest guys on our team, was a huge upgrade, and our offensive line would not have been the same without him at all. Matter of fact, I'd say he's still the stalwart of our entire offensive line. So anyways, and this guy, user VO5KV9QI6K says, trust the process. Pulls is playing chess. Everyone else is playing checkers. Oh, we do trust polls. We do trust polls. We are acting like we are GMs and we are acting like we are scouts, but we are also fans. We don't have to be GMs. Okay. We can be fans and we can talk and have a conversation. And that does not make us anything of what you said. User VO5KV9QI6K. These guys are pretty good. I got their back. We do. They know what they're doing. I mean, honestly, did you even know that they were going to have 11 wins this year? Who thought? I mean, you go look back. Okay. Go look back. Vegas. Okay. They didn't have it right. They said, 6-7 wins? They surprised everybody, especially in the fourth quarter. I mean, we had live watch parties at casino and people were on the edge of their seat up until the fourth quarter. You could hear a pen drop. Same thing with at the games. I mean, it was so quiet. We didn't know what was going to happen. I don't even know if the Bears knew it was going to happen, but they always found a way to win. Kind of like a Rocky Balboa movie. You know, he keeps getting his face beat in like a meat grinder, and then something happens. The switch just kind of flicks over, and he ends up holding the belt up, and he wins another title, wins another game. So what did he say? Louis says, I hear Devin Bush from Cleveland would be available. That would be interesting. How about Devin Bush? That would be interesting at all. What do you guys think about that? You guys like Devin Bush? Let me know in the comments below if that's worth exploring. Poles had plenty of questionable decisions. He has had some good ones, but a ton of misses. Poles is showing he understands overpaying best teams, trade players. Year before they decline, we just a second for DJ and all the salary for next year. Let Poles and Ben and Dennis Allen cook. Absolutely. But the show would be over if we just did that. It is fair to question him. Absolutely. He's had some questionable things. I mean, large in part, look at a couple of the contracts that are just insane right now that are kind of crippling us. You know what I mean? Look at Deo. Deo is a bum. He hasn't done anything for us. So user whatever, I'm not going to say your name 8 times in a row. That's ridiculous. Change your name, please. So I can call you by whatever it is that you want to be called besides that. Okay. So first, let's get that straight. Poles is human, plus he had to build for the current roster. Absolutely. He is definitely human, but we all make mistakes, and we know how the NFL is, not for long. If you don't do your job, you're replaced. Now, I will say this. There are times when I wanted Poles replaced. I'm glad that he hadn't been replaced because this year looks a lot better, but those players make him look a lot better. And I think Ben Johnson is a guy that we're not talking about much here. A good coach makes a GM look very intelligent, and everybody else, is what I'd say. Dale is a dark cloud. Okay, guys, let's get into this mock draft. Okay, it's time. It's your time to shine. It's time for you guys to be the mock draft expert. So here we go. Fast and furious. I picked the first one. You guys pick the next one, okay? So far, I've got a 25th pick for a 30 and next year's 4th. I don't want that because we, as you guys know, on this mock draft simulator, we do not get to pick next year's picks until next year. So I don't like the Rams, 29 for a 4th. I do like this one, a 28 and a 59. Now, I'm going to go ahead and accept that offer. I like that, a 28 and a 59. Okay. All right, here we go. Ooh, 30 and a 94. 35 and a 66. 35 and a 66. Yeah. Here we go. Here we go. 40. All right, we're kicking the can down the road too far. Yeah, I don't like these. All right, here we go, guys. What do we got available? We got Spencer Fano, tackle, Brandon Sis, CJ Allen, Blake Miller, TJ Parker, edge, Lee Hunter, Max. I will say out of all these right now, I like Spencer Fano. So I'm going to go ahead and grab him real quick because he's 20th pick. I think that's good. 57 and 63. Thank you for the first time listener, user. Appreciate you, man. Come on back. Hit me up on Instagram or X app, Chicago Sports Podcast. We got over 28,000 subscribers. We've had guys like Singletary, Urlacher, Hester, all those guys have been on here. D-Mac was just on a couple weeks ago. We're going to have Colson Levlin on here in April. So, and then Cairo Santos and a few more. Let's see, 57. So you get to see all that stuff. Jimmy Max on some other shows. It's a good show. Check this out. So now I like Lee Hunter. I'm going to go after Lee Hunter. I'm going to reject these. I get 59 and pick 60. So for defense, okay. I'm going to go with Malachi Lawrence, UCF. Cornell Bryant, is there, do you have a source on that? That'd be awesome to hear who your source is, that Taylor Decker is the play until Ozzie is back. What's up, Bears 1985? The only problem I have with Decker, man, is he had multiple shoulder issues. I got a couple friends of mine, Detroit Lions, and then Jim Miller, my co-host from Sirius NFL Network. He was saying that Taylor Decker had several injuries to his shoulders, not just one, but both, and that it dropped him down to 69 PFF. So I think Detroit probably knows something about Taylor Decker. Otherwise, they'd keep him because that's the most important. Protecting you from mayhem, your left tackle, your bookmark for Stafford is what I'd say. So I'm a little confused about Decker. I don't know if that's a smart decision on that and what he would want too. That's a whole nother deal. 32 years old, not bad. But again, now you've got your 3 defensive linemen and offensive linemen. We've got a lot of people we got to get in the draft. So, anyways, all right. So we're gonna go ahead and reject this one. And who are we gonna go after now? I think I'm gonna go after Anthony Hill Jr. from Texas for a linebacker. All right, so far this is who I got. Like I said, you guys will be able to pick the next mock simulator right after this. Bear down 1985. Appreciate you, man. This is who we got so far. We got Spencer Fano, offensive tackle, Utah. Jacob Infante, a friend of the show, he's been on a few times. He's a big fan of Spencer Fano from offensive tackle, Utah. Lee Hunter, defensive tackle, Texas Tech. Malachi Lawrence, edge. And then Anthony Hill Jr., linebacker, Texas. So, the user's insulting Doug. I need to get some. I'm going to make a couple of you guys some moderators. We're not going to have that disrespect, man. Let's keep it clean. We're all fans here. It's Saturday. We're away from work. We're talking Chicago Bears football. Why are we getting like chippy here? We're all on the same team, right? Come on. Keep it clean. What's going on? What's up with your vibe, dude? You just got here, It's like walking in the house with like dirty shoes with a white carpet or something. Come on, man. Have a little respect for us. Shoulder injury or not, he's still better than both Braxton and Theo. Well, that may be the case if that's only 3 of your possibilities. But Cornell, we have a lot more options than just, oh, he does know the system. I will say that. Yeah. I mean, you got to have your shoulders. Listen, I played left tackle. When your shoulder's out, it's pretty bad. So, and that's a thing. And that's what they're going to look at, just like Dan Campbell did on his pass on Decker. You're going to go ahead and take a look at that, I would say, in Ben Johnson. He knows him. He's going to be like, hey, what's up with those shoulders? What's going on? He's going to look at some tape, have a conversation, see where we're at, So, anyways. So, yeah, let's take a look at Dominic Orange. I'm going to get 2 defensive tackles in this draft is what I've got now. So we got 2 defensive tackles. We got Lee Hunter and we've got Dominic Orange. So, wow, that's a whole load of picks. Not really mad at that either. I think I'm going to go ahead and accept this. Not really. All right. Yeah. You never said that he was not doing a decent job. It's fair to question anyone's moves, even when they're doing good. I mean, if you are sold on everything that somebody does, then you're drinking the Kool-Aid and you're not really looking out as far as the full body of work. Nobody's perfect. We're all human, and there's been some stuff like Deo, and some other things that have came up. I mean, keeping, our last head coach around for a little bit too long. I question that. There's some things for sure. But yeah, he's doing a good job. And the coach is really helping him out for sure. Tell you what, without that coach, I don't even know what Caleb would look like, to be honest with you. I'm going to grab Kyle Lewis. We need 2 linebackers. So I'm going to get Kyle Lewis out of Pittsburgh. I think that's a solid pick. Now that we have extra picks, we can go after some things that is really going to help us out. Okay. Kagan Trust out of Missouri. I'm going to grab another tackle. Still got 2 more picks. So let's see what we've got. I'm going to grab the cornerback from Fresno State, Hamilton, solid. One more pick left. I'm gonna go get Gentry. We ended up getting three linebackers. So this is my mock draft. Okay, some of it's the same, some of it's a little different. Fano tackle, Texas Tech. Lee Hunter, defensive tackle. Malachi Lawrence, edge UCF. Anthony Miller, linebacker Texas. Dominic Orange, Iowa State defensive tackle. Kyle Lewis, linebacker Pittsburgh. Got Trost, Missouri. Hamilton, and Gentry, linebacker, cornerback, offensive tackle. So, all right, guys, this is your time to be to pick this. Okay. So here we go. We're gonna do a restart. Your time to shine, guys. Your time to shine. Here we go. Man, I wish Sonny Styles didn't go so quickly. That'd be awesome. So, all right, guys, you get to pick this one. So you guys let me know who you want. All right. You guys want to trade with the Jets? They want to trade us our 25th and 240 for picks 33 and a second rounder next year. What's up, Wayne Zoa? Stick Mack up. He's been there, done that. Booker is better than Mack. Would you trade up? Well, I mean, as of last year, Wayne, we're not going to do that because Mack had a way better year than Booker did. Booker only had 4.5 sacks. So, yeah, not need help still. We're going to get an edge. Booker's not the answer, not yet. So, trade up. I mean, you guys could if you want. You guys could trade up in this draft. So, all right, what do you guys want here? We got Caleb Banks, he's available. Ty Simpson, Omar Cooper, Caden McDonald, KC Conception, Texas A&M wide receiver, Brandon Siss, cornerback South Carolina, CJ Allen, linebacker Georgia, Blake Miller, offensive tackle Clemson. What do you guys see out there? What do you guys want? Let me know in the comments below. Appreciate your view, guys. You like Monroe at left tackle? Monroe Freeling, yeah, I agree, from Georgia. Solid guy. He's gone. Cornell says McDonald. Not mad at Caden McDonald. We've drafted him probably, about a dozen times, guys, already by now. We usually get McDonald. We can get McDonald. Does everybody want McDonald? Let me know. So, what do you guys think? No to McNuggets. Caden. All right. Caden it is. All right, we got Caden. Caden is in the building. He is a Chicago Bear. Caden is cool. All right, there we go. Ah, dude, I only did one round. We get to restart. Here we go. I didn't do 7 rounds, guys. Every once in a while, Trax will do that, you know? Every once in a while, Trax will do that. If you can't laugh at yourself, who can you laugh at? All right, here we go. Let's try this again. True Pilgrim, not a fan of CJ Allen. Thanks for your opinion. What's up, Montana Shy? It's been a while, man. I've not seen my moderator in a long time. Been a minute. All right, here we go. Pittsburgh wants to trade us our 25th for a 53, a 215, and a first rounder next year. We can't use that first rounder. Yeah, I don't like any of these. So who do you guys want? You got Dylan Thienen, safety out of Oregon, Caleb Banks, Florida, Caden McDonald. Well, we already got Caden last time, so let's go ahead and get him this time. So there we go. Now we get to finally pick again. Now that we did 7 rounds. All right. Remember, we got picks 57 and 60, right? That's great. That'll be a good one. Here we go. Let's pick some winners. I'm telling you what. This next pick for the second round is brought to you by Donut Depot in Griffith, Indiana. Grab them fresh, hot donuts, man. Those are great. All right, here we go. We got Chris Brazell, Tennessee, Traden Stukes, cornerback. Genesis Smith, safety out of Arizona. He's my favorite safety out of this draft. Jeremy Bernard, wide receiver, Alabama. Clemson, Antonio Williams. Keontae Scott, cornerback, Miami. Skylar Bell, wide receiver, UConn. Edge, Mason Thomas. Gennings Dukin. Guard, Iowa. What do you guys want? What do you guys think? We already got Caden McDonald, user. What do you guys want for the second round? Second pick in the draft. Banks or Lee Hunter? What about Christian Miller, defensive tackle, Georgia? Genesis Smith, safety out of Arizona. We almost have like back-to-back picks, so we can definitely we can do some damage here, guys. Thanks to that trade for, DJ. All right, we got a second motion on Genesis Smith, safety. This guy's a beast. Let's do it. All right, there we go. Got our safety off the board. Ooh, I like this. What else? Let's go ahead and accept this right here. There we go. We do need safeties. I agree with you, sir. We do need safeties. I'm going to reject both these. All right, guys. So far, this is what we got, guys. This is what we got in the building. We got defensive tackle, Caden McDonald, Genesis Smith, safety at Arizona. All right. So now, best player available is Christian Miller, defensive tackle, Georgia. Edge, Mason Thomas. Got Jennings Duncan, Iowa. Mike Washington, running back. Josiah Trotter, Missouri. Center, Parker Brailsford, Alabama. Kalen Rutledge. What do you guys think? Thomas would be my choice. Edge, Oklahoma, Mason Thomas. Okay, Mason Thomas it is. All right, there we go. Absolutely. Big position of need for sure. So far, we got an edge, a defensive tackle, and a safety, guys. See what happens next pick, all right? Pick 89. We got a cornerback available, running back, linebacker, tackle, edge. Dominic Orange is available again. What do you guys think? What do you guys want? You guys see anything there? Any position of interest appeals to you? Isaiah World, all he wants to know stats was Oregon's premier transfer portal addition in 2025, starting 3 consecutive seasons. Nevada, earning all Mountain West honors in 2023, 2024. World started predominantly at right tackle 2022 before moving to left side, and he manned the blind side for the Ducks as a redshirt senior. At 6'6", 320 with near 35-inch arms, World moves with easy, explosive, and nimble feet and is aptly named with the frame of a real-life world lifting titan. The frame comes with a raw power and strength you'd expect at contact. World can dominate opponents with his force, output, and torque. He can throttle inserting defenders off their feet with explosive as a puller, and he's a mauler who plays through the whistle and seeks to overwhelm. Despite being an older prospect, he's still relatively reliant on his natural tools. He needs to improve his strike timing and precision, and he doesn't have the high-end flexibility to compensate or aid in consistent recovery. A torn ACL suffered in the college football playoffs further clouds his stock. Nevertheless, World ceiling is one of the highest in the class, and his raw tools and tenacity translate at a guard if he doesn't have the requisite refinement at offensive tackle. So, yeah, I would say. Yep, just like you said, Doug, coaches coach and players play. The players still have to play. You can tell a guy all day long what to do, but he's got to execute. All right. I was all in until the ACL tear. I know, right? I'm like, dang, let's go. Oh yeah, that was a bummer. Deontay Lawson, Alabama linebacker. Overton, Alabama. Look at him. Captivating talent who blends the line between edge rusher and lineman, though he still has plenty of additional upside left to unearth. Overton's pedigree as a former 5-star combined with his high-end flashes will tantalize NFL evaluators. 6'2.5" and 274 pounds with near 34-inch arms, explosive vertical and lateral bursts. NFL ready, hybrid schemes, regardless. Overton's raw talent has immediate rotation, boom, and impact starter potential is present down the line. Doesn't sound too bad. I mean, no injuries there from Alabama. It's all good there. Yeah, I would say Isaiah World has way better, read than Overton does. But you know, like Jim Miller says, health is your basically your resume. Your health is your resume. Guys, let me know who you want. Let me know who you want. What's that? Look at corners? Okay. Or center. I knew what you meant. Hold on a second. There we go. There's our center. Brian Parker, Duke, Matt Golban, Michigan State, Logan Jones. What do you guys think? What do you guys think, huh? I like Logan Jones out of Iowa, personally. That's just me, but I know a lot of guys are big on Parker. Yeah, me too. All right, Logan Jones it is. Yep. Your best ability is availability. Your health is your resume. You have to look at that. Have to. You have to do your due diligence. Need starters. Got 15 players on this team that need to be replaced. 15 free agents come Monday. All right. Got our center out of the way. Here's our picks so far, guys. I agree. Those Michigan offensive linemen are tough. Michigan State. Caden McDonald, defensive tackle, safety, Arizona. Mason Thomas, edge, Oklahoma, and Logan Jones, Iowa. Love it. Love it. All right. Still, we need to get a linebacker. Still need to get a linebacker and a tackle. So, I see Tristan Lay still available from Clemson. Zeki Wheatley from Penn State, safety. Torin York, linebacker out of Texas A&M. I agree, Cornell. All right. Well, you get one possibility here. I'll listen. What's up, Cheryl? Bear down. Linebackers. We got Torin York, Texas A&M. Kyle Lewis, linebacker, Pittsburgh. Kayla Earns, TCU. Kendall Daniels, linebacker, Oklahoma. Jack Kelly, linebacker, BYU. Best player available. So not even linebacker, just best player available is what you're saying. That'd be Kaelon Black, running back out of Indiana. Or Tristan Lay, offensive tackle, Clemson. We could do that. Is anybody up for Tristan Lay out of Clemson? Take a look at him. Tristan Lay isn't a finished product yet, but he boasts one of the highest ceilings in 2026 NFL draft for a likely not first rounder. 6'6", 315. Wow. Boasts superlative explosiveness, raw power output. Long arms, great reach, domineering length and width, energizing motion, Twitch sets him apart from most trench defenders. He flashes jarring violence and stifling. I like that word, jarring. Upper, lower synergy and protection. Power generator and people mover in the run game with astronomical two-phase upside. His development upside is extremely high at offensive tackle, but with an explosive power element, translates in close quarters. A transition to guard is also on the table. So he could be two positions there. Why should Bears bring back Mack? He's too old. That guy is in a wheelchair. Is he in a wheelchair? What's your source? What's your source that he's in a wheelchair? So I did pretty good last year. So, anyways, back to the mock draft. What do you guys think? Let me know. What do you guys think? What are you guys thinking? What are you thinking out there, Louie? What are you thinking out there, Doug? Best player available. What's up? Bear down, Erica. How you doing? Good to see you. All right, we got another pick right away. Safety. Get Zachy Wheatley, Penn State. All right. So far, here's our picks. Caden McDonald, Genesis Smith, Mason Thomas, Logan Jones, Tristan Lay, and Zach Wheatley. There we go. It's our draft so far. Not a bad draft. Doing pretty good, guys. Make sure you guys hit that like and subscribe button. Share the video. Any first-time listeners out there, hit me up on Instagram or XApp, and I'll send you a free jersey, your choice, Chicago Bears, whatever I have in stock. I've got probably over 100 jerseys here, so let me know. Can't find your size. I'll special order custom jersey for you. Linebacker now, Erica says. Linebacker now. Yes, linebacker now. Defense. Linebacker. What do you guys think? We got Owen Hickey from Oklahoma, linebacker. Jimmy Rolder, Xavier Sori, Carson Sharshar, linebacker, Iowa. Justin Jefferson, linebacker, Alabama. What do you guys think? Talk to me. Just pick best linebacker available. We're so late in the draft. You know what I mean? Erica says Justin Jefferson, right? Just get him for his name. People be freaking out. He's on the Bears. They already have good enough. All right, there's your drafts. Kane McDonald, defensive tackle. Genesis Smith, safety. Mason Thomas, edge, Oklahoma. Center, Logan Jones, Iowa. Tristan Lay, offensive tackle, Clemson. I really think we did solid, guys. 4 really top picks in the top 100. And then Tristan Lay right afterwards, 129. Zach Wheatley. I think we had a good draft, guys. Appreciate you guys. Good job. You guys make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. Appreciate you guys. Have a good weekend. Enjoy your family. Enjoy your friends. Have a good weekend, man. Get some rest.
Tops on the ice, red lights flash, goods in the summer, whole city mad. Tracks like a tone, nigga ran for the sound. City ride with it, yeah, this our town. It's Chicago. Fucking here with land in Chicago. Sports podcast, here we